Oh, all right. So, we cool? I'm a decade's at because I think I'm tough shit.
And we had finally.
All right, dude. Standout. You're in the Fungin. Hi, everyone. I'm Joe Tyler. This is Standout.
Stand out, big stand out, man.
So before we dive into it, when we scheduled this, we've been trying to schedule this for months.
Yeah.
And when we
Yeah.
finally did, because we're both busy fucking people, we wanted to get
Hella
something
busy.
done to talk about.
Yeah.
You
sure.
know. But when we scheduled this, I didn't know you had a plan to drop some shit this week,
Hell yeah.
and my YouTube notifications have been going the fuck off. Talk to us about Possessed for a bit.
Possessed. Basically, 14th project from me. Like, basically, a surprise. Like, I've been telling people for months that it was coming. Nobody had like a real true idea when it was coming. So I'm like, all right. When we scheduled it, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, he has no idea. I'm gonna just drop it. Bam. And then shoot the cast. You know what I mean? Hopefully, you know, it does better than I expected.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought I'm releasing it as a mixtape after I just released, you know, 2 other mixtapes prior to this. I dropped 2 this year. This would be the second. It's just a little different this time with this a little more angrier.
Yeah.
A little more, I wouldn't say emotion focused though. That's but it's a little more emotion focused. A lot of things you'll hear like I've talked about, but I haven't talked about in depth as much as I've this. So even with songs like No Friends in the Industry, you'll think like, oh, it's just another little freestyle. But then when you really listen, like, oh no, he's telling you things. Like, yeah, I don't have friends in the industry. I don't have friends in the you know the little things that's going on in Philly right now. Even you know with the you know the people that's you know higher in stature. You know, I don't have friends with them yet.
Yeah.
But
Tell them where they can find you on YouTube.
you can find it on YouTube on Standout Music Official. That's my YouTube channel right now. It's in the playlist called Possess. If you can't find it, you'll see all of it. You know the videos individually, but if you want to listen to it from beginning to end, officially as a whole entire mixtape is in the playlist called Possess.
It's also going to be on my Instagram story for a while. And if you're not following me on Instagram, you're missing out on a lot, actually.
Follow it.
Joe the Show _GFY.
Yes.
If you don't follow it, you can go fuck yourself. So we were talking a little bit before about cover art, and among other things, it's one of the things where it's kind of separate from the project itself. Sometimes it's a project in itself.
Yeah.
But you're big on the color aspect because it means something to you.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
it's a purple cover.
It's purple due to got a group of friends from childhood around West Philly down the bottom. We used to call ourselves CAB. You know what I mean? And that meant cash and bitches at the time. You know, that's all we was always think about at that time was just pussy.
Which we gotta say, it's still important.
I mean,
they're both still important.
Still important to this day. Don't.
They're just not the only important thing.
It's not the only important. We grown, but you know, around that time. But we were saying, you know, to separate ourselves, we needed a color.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like green and purple, which is his colors. So, you know, I said I'm gonna just pay a little bit of homage to, you know, a lot of my fallen homies. Just pay homage and make the color purple. Like, and also the things on the cover is a little meaning behind that, like the plague doctor. That's kind of self-explanatory in itself. Seeing a plague doctor is not a good sign.
No.
At all. He gets a lot of hell. The crow. Now, that represents my family. My family, their last names are Bird.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say, like, you know, I'm a different type of bird. I'm not the same bird as them. I'm still a bird, but I'm just a little different.
You're a peacock. You gotta let you fly.
Right. Like. So this one was, you know, a little darker. This mixtape was just a little darker. That's why I got.
That's what I was gonna ask next. Yeah. Is because how much is it? You're saying it's emotion driven. How much does the color go into your emotions during the process of making this mixtape, because we're talking before and we'll talk about it again. But The Devil Was an Angel Once. It's Red. It's a pretty angry album. But for Possessed, Purple.
Purple. Is
because it has history with you.
Yeah.
But it obviously, Purple makes you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
Especially in the way, because we're gonna edit the fucking album right here a bunch of times.
Yeah.
But like you can tell that like it's a little bit dark.
Yeah, like with the devil was an angel once was, now that was literally biblical. I went on the biblical sense. The devil was an angel once.
He was.
Some consider him the angel of music, and basically saying, I was being looked at by a lot of people during that time, like as like a demon, like if you want to say it like that, because it was a long trail of bullshit that was following me. So I went off there like, the devil was an angel, like once, like before he was on his bullshit and what he wanted to do.
If you're gonna tell the story, tell the whole story.
Exactly. And that's basically with that whole entire project from the beginning to the end. It starts off with Durant was coming from a place I was lost.
Which I'm glad it starts off with Durant, because that is it's a dope track, but like it definitely makes you want to finish the fucking album.
And I purposely found it like that because I'm not the most famous rapper. I'm not the most famous in my city, but I feel like I'm that one. I feel like that, and I feel like I seen the highs and lows of where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
And when you hear the Wolf of Wall Street, say what he's saying, like,
when I face my problems, I show up in a $10,000 suit with a $40,000 gold watch.
Exactly, like, and that's how I showed up with that. That's how I feel like I show up no matter what, like that. That's no matter what obstacle.
With not a literal $10,000 suit.
I wish I had a $10,000 suit, but not in that literal sense. But basically, I'm showing up 100% on my game, no matter where I'm at, no matter what's thrown at me. So I could be here right now talking to you. I'm still gonna be on my game. If I go perform for kids at 8th grade, I'm still gonna be on my shit. So it was, and then it was dark. It was dark because a lot of those bars weren't fictitious. They were like real.
You talk about a lot of real shit, and you said it before where you allude to a lot of things, and now you're about to get in depth. Because you've talked before about, like, you use names and situations that if you don't know you personally, you wouldn't know that that's what you're going through.
Like, a lot of the names and...
Like, relatable situations, like you have children, like you have friends and family who you can no longer trust, like a lot of relatable stuff. So you're now getting more in depth, and I can understand how that can bring out a little bit of, like, an anger.
Yeah, like, in it... Like, it literally writing those bars... And my room just sitting down, and when I go through them, I feel the pain again from those moments.
Gotta relive it.
Shit, like seeing my homies, that are no longer here due to shenanigans, things that could have been resolved easily. Losing family members that was close that I feel like it was too early.
Mm-hmm.
Losing money. Seeing a record deal come, seeing it go. Like seeing, fake A&Rs take your money. Like I've seen the highs and the lows. I've seen, a record label say like, yeah, we want to do something with you, and then weeks later having them say like, it's nothing we can do.
Yeah,
I've seen that. So writing that down, pissed off. Like
you could have been over it. Like a lot of these things, like emotionally, like, but then once you start having to write about it and like. Because one song is like a 3-minute song isn't like you sat there for 3 minutes and wrote a fucking song. Like no. So you're back in that situation for a while.
Yeah, and I sit with a lot of them. Like the song Clarity, I sit with that from off Possessed. I sit with that. I listen to that song every day. Like, and still get teary eyed because I'm like, I know how that feels because that's me. So I know if somebody else can hit me back and say like, yo, this is it. Like, I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like this. Fuck, I did my job. Like, I don't
Yeah.
need the millions of dollars, the chains. I don't need that. As long as I can hear somebody say, yo, I related to that. Or I like that. Or when I'm in this type of mood, I play this.
Yeah.
Like, I have people that tell me that. Like, that's more than a record deal could do any day for me.
It's all about how you feel about it.
Right.
You know, there's people who have record deals that are fucking miserable. You know, yeah, they got some money in their pocket and their art's getting seen and heard, but like, there's some miserable motherfuckers who are successful.
Yeah. If they want to call it that, I feel like I'm successful just from, like I said, somebody saying like, yo, I listen to you on a daily basis. Or when I play your music, yeah, I play it again. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's what, how I can say, that's what I get gratification from. Seeing somebody listen to me. Somebody saying like, yeah, I did. My music did.
Like, fucked with it enough to like follow it through and has an opinion.
Like seeing you post on your stories, bro. Like, Deli, bro. Like, my mind still be blown because I never thought one day that a rhyme that I just wrote on some pen and paper, just getting my thoughts out, would be, you know, the ticket to somebody else's brain or a ticket to somebody else's heart. However my music goes, like, all right. Like I told you before before the camera, when, you know, somebody randomly posted the Possession mixtape for me, I was shocked. Like I said, never talked to the person. Didn't talk to the person, never seen her in person, never met her. And for her to tell me, you know, I love your music. I felt like I had no choice but to put this out. I had no other choice. I don't care if another person said it was trash. If one person told me they loved my music, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
I love it. I love this shit.
Dude, it's a great feeling. Like, I know that I'm literally unknown in this city. Like, a lot of people. Right now. I never talk about tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never tell you about tomorrow because I don't know shit about tomorrow.
We don't know. We don't know.
But, like, I don't know, dude. Like, it's... With music, like, if you're talented and you're consistent... Well, with anything. I shouldn't just narrow it down to music. Yeah. But if you're talented and consistent, like... You'll eventually, like, shine through, like, all the fucking time. But it's hard. It's hard for, as someone who tries to tell jokes, to, like, I know I'm going to offend some people. But, like, what if I offend everyone? And, like, no one's on board. Like,
I don't know. I feel like, you know, I watch a lot of stand-up comedy.
Like, imagine putting out one song, and people were just like, that ain't it.
Yeah, that can be the detriment of if you continue or not. That can be the deterrent. Like, you pissed off everybody, so yeah, I ain't doing this shit again.
But like, but would that deter you? Because we talked about it before, and like, there's projects. I'll tell you right now, I'm a spiteful motherfucker. I get things done based off of spite. Yeah. But like, I don't know, if I shit the bed, like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna try to come back even fucking stronger. And like you were saying before, like, going into Possessed, you were like, nah, dude, like, I want to prove something to myself.
Do I really want to do this?
Right.
Like, I've spent so...
But you're the type of person to talk yourself into, like, no matter what I did before, like, it's next.
Like, literally right now, like we said, I've listened to the Possession once. Once, from top to bottom. Listen to it once. Nah, that's good. Yeah, I'm on to the next. I can't stop. I can't. It's like,
why waste time? You already dropped it. Why waste time?
I'm not going. It's going to do what it's going to do regardless. I put it in the earth. It's going to do what it's going to do. I base my life off of energy, so if I feel like this good energy, I'm putting it out there. It's not coming from. It might be angry when you listen to it, but it's coming from a good space because I'm no longer in that dark place no more. I'm no longer there. This is out. Like, I'm looking to more, you know.
But that's why we talk about consistency. Is if you're focused on like when you're done a project and you're focused on, all right, now what do I got to do next? Yeah. Because like you have to be consistent. So in my head, if you're a consistent motherfucker, by the time you don't even know what the feedback is on the last project until you're ready to drop the next one.
And then honestly, yeah, because
you're so focused on that. Who the fuck you asking about the last one?
Cause you do a lot of telling me about my songs now from The Devil Was an Angel Once. I'm like, man, wait till you hear this.
Yeah,
Wait
dude.
till you hear these.
So I saw my notifications been going crazy for the past couple days of you dropping shit, and I'm like, I already have so much I want to talk to him about. Like, I don't know if I can handle fucking. But I figured, you know what, dude? Like, you just dropped this shit. Like, I want people to go figure out on their own because
YouTube.
most likely people I've talked to that like watch my stories and shit
Mhm.
and watch the show, they actually listen to the people I put on my Instagram story.
Hell yeah! Thank you. I need that. I need that. I feed off of that.
So
I feed
the
that.
Devil Was an Angel once, like people have most likely checked out more than just the tracks I put on. So
honestly, and I can tell you that it's true because the numbers have went up like a lot. Like,
I'm just saying they know what you're capable of.
I'm not giving out the numbers, but it went up.
We don't gotta
to
trick
a
them
lot.
to go see Possessed. They know.
Nah. Hell no. Just it's time. I feel like it's my time. I feel like I've been through the ranks. 14 mixtapes. I feel like I've been through, enough trial and error.
Mm-hmm.
This didn't work. Let's try it again. All right, this didn't work. All right, let's try a new approach. Like I've given literally everything. So I feel like okay, it's time to shine.
Yeah,
I've been through the ranks of where I need to go. I'm here now. I'm ready to play ball. So and it's also it's becoming too easy. Now I'm gonna blow your mind up even more.
Go ahead.
The day we set up the podcast to say we was gonna shoot, literally the starting recording process of Possession started. I was done Wednesday this week.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
It's quick.
Yeah. I don't like that's why I say like literally right now I can literally say I probably got over 200 verses ready to go.
So the biggest question in your head when you go to drop a project is, should you? Not necessarily like, should I commit to the work it takes to do that? Because you just said it's easy now.
It's too easy. It's too easy. It's too easy. Like I'm not gonna sit here and get too cocky and say I'll run laps around people, but it's at a point where a lot of people can't catch up to the level of where I'm at with it now because I'm pushing out verses in less than 10-15 minutes. If I want a 32 bar verse, it's gonna get done in less than half an hour.
Yeah.
I'm just there with it now because I'm not. I do drills. I do little drills. I do little 7-minute
little exercise.
J. Cole's. I think it was a J. Cole thing, if I'm not mistaken. I heard Reason do it also from TDE. Write as many bars you can in 7 minutes. See if you can. Like
it's not a lot of time.
It's not a lot of time at all. And I literally have loads and loads more of notes with just maybe 6 or 7 bars on them because after that 7-minute mark, I'm done. Because I literally can't go after that.
Yeah.
You literally have to stop yourself. So now when I give myself, go ahead, it's time to wrap
You have to wrap it up too. Like you have to know the time's coming up and like, shit.
Literally, I have 2 phones specifically for that countdown, 7 minutes, turn the beat on. Don't care what beat it is.
Like any bars at all, or does it have to be consistent? Because that's pretty much asking you to be a 7-minute performance. They're asking you to write on the spot.
Basically, that's basically it. See how sharp you can be in that 7 minutes. See how fast your brain can work in that 7 minutes. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I've loads of notes where it's like I said, just 6, 7 bars, not even finishing the whole scheme because I couldn't do it. Oh shit, damn. So like I said, now when I give myself time, I'm pushing it out. Mm-hmm. Oh, this shit is coming faster. Now it's to the point where I'm writing 8, 12, 14, 16 bars in them 7 minutes because it's coming out now. All right, wow. All right, I know how to bar flip already. Okay, bar flip, word flip. Keep flipping it. Keep going. You can do it. Like what practice makes perfect. Consistency. If I stopped doing that months ago, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. Nobody in the world besides you and the people that's gonna watch this video know I do that.
Yeah.
But that's what I said. I'm a student of the game. I study. I listen. Okay,
every fucking day.
Somebody. Now I feel this is the thing I tell myself always. If I was to ever get a record deal, I have these things I battle with. Independent record deal, independent.
Sell out.
Yeah. And sometimes I'll be like this close, like I should hit this label up right now. I got it all. No, but it's like, do I give like the 100% of it all the time? Cause I can. Like, or do I half-ass it because I can?
You can't, bro.
Like I battle with that.
You're gonna hate yourself for half-assing something.
And I've dropped the half-ass project. I've dropped maybe 2 or 3. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm flawless. I've dropped 2 or 3 horrible projects where I've listened to and was like, ew, like why did I even do this? Or something that I heard once, twice and said, okay, this is good. Then I hear it later, oh, this is crap. This is just terrible. Like, so I'm not saying like I'm flawless, but
because no one really is.
Nobody is, and that's another thing about this game that I'm in. Excuse me. I never know. Mm-hmm. That's why I don't base it off of what what's current. I just base it off how I feel. Okay, I'm angry today. I'm angry. The world pissed me off today. So now I'm gonna vent. So yeah, so this verse is gonna come out angry, and it's like you said, like I don't try to be emotion driven, but it just happens.
It's hard not to be.
It happens. Like the flaw, like I said, just knowing that I'm not flawless. I don't want to put out no half-ass shit.
Does that bother you that you're not flawless? Because like, you understand that like there's some things you put out and you're like that wasn't it at all.
It does. Me being I'm not, like I said, I'm a realist, but at the same time I still believe in like, oh, it can happen. So like, it can happen like that. I get pissed. Like,
you understand your defeats, like,
and I take them and just run with them because they can't hold me back. If it did, I won't be able to make another project after Thanks for Nothing. Mm-hmm. That was a horrible project. I wouldn't have been able to go after that. I wouldn't have been able to say like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna drop another one. I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna go through a different path. But a lot of I hate like being not flawless. I wish I could be flawless.
Bro, if Kobe lost, he would just go to the gym that night after the game and just practice.
And I commend Kobe. I wish I could be that resilient and have that much discipline.
It's like, yo, I just sucked. Like, I gotta fix that. Like, I know that's not me, and like I'm capable of better, but like today it wasn't it.
That would be a 20-point game from Kobe. He'd be like, I didn't do it. I didn't do enough. So now I'm gonna shoot 1,000 shots until I feel like I'm tired. Right. I feel like I did due diligence to what I just did.
But there's that type of competitiveness. It's like Kobe couldn't go home knowing someone outworked him. He had to go work some more. So like I've dropped some jokes that are like, I thought they were well written. I thought they were cool. Like, but again, I'm a one-man team like you. Like, I only have my opinion to run off of before I release something.
And but like I said, that's the unknown.
Yeah, but I'll drop it and be like, yo, it's not getting buzz, which is like, whatever. Like, I don't assume all my shit's going to get buzz, but like, started watching it more than once, like we don't do anymore. And I was like, yo, that joke kind of sucked. Like, I get why. Like, why did I talk for 4 minutes straight? No one wants to hear me talk for 4 minutes straight. It was supposed to be a joke. Like, but then the next one, I'm like, I'm going to do everything I did wrong. Like, last time, I'm going to correct that. Yeah. I'm going to correct my shit. And, like, I'll lock myself down here, bro, with my computer and the TV on and just fucking study. Like, I don't like the Hangover series, but, like, I'm trying to write a script for, like, a stoner movie. Yeah. Right? And I'm not a huge fan of the Hangover, but it's so well written in terms of, like, the way it progresses. Yeah. Like, crazy shit happens, but, like, the story still progresses.
It still got,
Yeah.
His whole, what did you call that? Like, it's still there. It's still grouped together. Like, it doesn't take you away from the jokes. You still got a story to go against. Like,
right. It's like my old comedy videos. I'm like, you know what? Like, as like dinky as they are, like in the basement and shit, like whatever. Like, the jokes themselves got to get better. Like I got to get better. So like fuck yeah, dude. I'll sit down here write jokes. I'll fucking people just say it's watching movies. Like my family is just like, yo, you really just like watch movies all the time? I'm like, yeah, but like it's because like these are the pros. These are the ones that are good at it. Like
I now understand that.
Like I'm not even watching shit that I necessarily like or want to watch. It's just like they did it really well, and I want to
learn.
Like if I want to write a funny movie, like The Hangover was structured really well.
Which is, I mean, I hear that a lot about The Hangover. The Hangover series is actually like something that went over my head. I'm not gonna sit here and say like I paid attention to it, but it did well.
But, you know, crazy. Like, they wrote crazy shit in there. You know. So what's all right? Because we're gonna get into something that I'm really excited about in like a couple minutes.
Hell yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite stoner movie? And because a lot of people are like hazy on like, oh well, what do you consider a stoner movie? Like,
oh, Straight from the Door. That's Half Baked.
Half Baked?
Hell yeah.
Okay, that's like in my head that you can't get a movie that's more of a stoner movie than Half Baked.
That's the epitome of it. I feel like
weed's in it. It's themed about weed. The storyline's about weed. They smoke weed the whole fucking time.
The jokes got weed in the jokes.
It's about stoner lore, like getting munchies and shit like that. And
killing a horse.
Exactly. Like it's over. Like Dude, Where's My Car is one of my favorites.
Now, that's a classic.
Yeah, you can't. It's one of the most quotable movies in the fucking world.
Yeah. I love that movie.
You cannot like Ashton Kutcher or Sean William Scott, but like you watch Dude, Where's My Car.
You'll love them both.
Like I get why people get high to this.
It's a dumbass movie. like that's another thing with the jokes is some jokes are like you said well structured, and you gotta have intelligent brains to laugh at jokes. But then you got some shit that's just dumb and
off the cuff, just dumb shit.
Dumb shit, and it's automatically gonna make people laugh. And I feel like those movies, they're well written, but they're dumb as hell at the same time.
You know, just a couple people who had like really good like dumbass fucking ideas and they put them together. Now you experience a problem that I have in that as many people that like support what we do, pretty much one man team.
Yeah, like pretty much. I'm the guy pressing record. I'm the guy rapping. After that, I'm the guy mixing. I'm the guy that's, if I pay for mixing and mastering, I'm the guy paying for it. I'm the guy that's making the album covers. I'm the guy shooting my videos. I'm the guy editing them videos.
So it's just your opinion that you're basing all of this off of. Everything you do, like, yeah, there's probably people that you bounce ideas off of and shit. Like, you probably have, like, you know.
Yeah, I got a couple homies where, I bounce shit off of.
But at the end of the day, it's like, no, like, I have to be the one who's like, I like it. I think people are going to like it. Like, it's a lot of guesswork. I also know I know other artists who, like, they literally have 5-6 people, like, that are all about, like, their certain part.
Yeah.
Like, they're just a team. They work really well. But they all have their own fucking thing. There's the performers, the back end.
But it would be easier for the artist to be the artist. Yeah. That's why some artists shine. Because they have nothing else to worry about. Me, like you said, me and you, we one man team. Like you the guy pressing record on them.
But when you're writing now, you have to worry about like now I gotta make sure like the beat, like the beat and the lyrics don't like fuck with each other. Like
that was a huge thing with Possessed because when you finally get into it, you'll hear the different cadence in my voice. I go from like relax like you would normally hear me to being a little more gravelier and a little more darker. Mm-hmm. So like okay, oh this is when he's possessed. Oh, I get it. Oh, okay, I get the whole thing now. So Standout Music Official. Don't forget that. It's hard. I wish I had other people. At times, like I wish I had somebody to shoot my videos all the time. So whenever I drop a song, it's a video right behind it. I wish it was that easy. I gotta find time around to do these things. Think about this. I recorded a mixtape less than a week. Did the cover myself. All that, and still take care of kids. Like around, like I still take care of kids on top of that.
It's a big part of a lot of shit because kids are like, they're always on your fucking mind, man. Like on top of the like the art thing, like where there's a bunch of moving parts you got to focus on.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole real life that you also
and
have.
that's the thing. And that's why I say a lot of my shit is, you know, just life experiences. So, you know, I don't like saying it's emotionally driven, but a lot of it is just off of my emotions and experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen homies and friends, you know, die. I've seen that. I've seen crack in kitchens. I've seen money. I've seen cops. I done seen it inside of prisons. I done seen my mom struggle. I done seen my mom not struggle. I done seen these things to write about. I done seen, you know, having no kids to having, you know, 4, take care of 5 kids. I've seen these things, and I experienced every last one of them. So my music is coming from a genuine place. You know, I just hate that, you know, that I can't dig deeper into it. Why? Because I got other things to worry about. I got other shit going on. So if I could be 100% just in my lyrics and just recording and just that be that, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But also, like you said, my lyrics gotta match my cover art.
Yeah, the project itself has to be cohesive. So how much you obviously enjoy making music? You're obviously good at music. Hell of a lyricist.
Yep. Appreciate that.
How much of it is like an outlet for you in terms of like, yeah, you're getting shit off your chest. You're talking about like, what's been going on with you, but like you're saying, you've seen a lot. You've gone through a lot.
Yeah.
Do you feel like lucky at all that these two things kind of match together, where you love music and you needed a way to talk about what you've been through, and those two things kind of came together and created
that? I'm gonna say now, I don't want to get spiritual on you, but I feel like that was the blessing though.
like that was the plan with you.
Yeah, I feel so. Like I was taught how to rap at the age of 7. Like my uncle taught, he wrote me, you know, my first rap, and showed me how to rap it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remembered it. I remembered the scheme of things, and I said, okay, I'm gonna write my own. And that's where this has been written for me. I feel like this has been written for me.
And also, you've had that as a tool from a really young age. As you're dealing with shit, you can use that.
Pissed off at my mom, yeah, I'm writing raps about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so and one and the same. I feel like that was God's blessing. My God's blessing was my uncle falling in love with music, and him not having a son at the time, passing it to me, and me just running with it. Oh, this is my outlet. Oh, I didn't feel like I had an outlet to talk. I didn't feel like I had anything to say. Oh no, I do. I got a lot to say.
And if you did have something to say, you're in your head about it, because like
I did. Who am I going to talk to at 10 years old or 11 years old?
Who do you know how to talk to about it?
I don't know at that time. Like, not to, you know, to throw my dad in the dirt, but, you know, he wasn't around, and my uncle, you know, him was not being my primary, you know,
was someone in your life, but not
not somebody there on a day-to-day basis. So that was my way. That was my way of doing it. Oh shit, nobody wants to know about Derek's dreams. Nah, shit, so I'm gonna write about it. Yeah, I want a Benz. Yeah, I want to ride in it with my friends, like little shit like that.
Yeah.
And you know, that's what it became for me. Like even now to this day, as you know, a 30-year-old man with, you know, kids, sometimes I feel like I still can't get it out.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, fuck, there's no other way. Nobody wants to hear about my fucking problems.
But apparently they do.
But they do, yo.
They do.
They just don't want to hear me sit here and say, like, oh, man, like, I'm broke. Like, no, They would rather hear me say, like, I lost my job. And
my baby mom is problematic.
Yeah,
like no one wants
nobody want to hear that shit. No, they would rather hear it rhythmatic and on a beat where they can dance to, like,
yeah.
I can relate to that. Like,
or if there's a meme about it, people are, like, cool with that. But, like,
hell no.
A real person being like, I'm not okay. They're like, oh, all right, that's enough of that.
Who gives a fuck about that, Skip? do the like how they do in the stories. When you get emotional, tap it and get you right out of here. But
I relate to that, dude. Like when I'm on my social media, like we've been like went to high school together. I don't think we've mentioned that.
Yes.
But we did graduate high school together. But like
PET alumni.
Yeah, PET alumni. That's just something like I've had to use too. Like growing up is like humor. Like I don't know, it's like a defense mechanism. But like I don't know how to express things sometimes. That's a fucking joke. You know.
Now I get that because.
But online, I was like a sad boy posting like sad memes, like I'm not okay and I'm fucked up and all this shit. I'm like, no one wants to hear that shit, but like maybe some suicide memes once in a while, and people are like, oh, this guy, whatever. All right, and then you start talking, and then I'm like, all right, I don't know, like with your lyrics, I'm like, what if I tell them what I think is funny?
And that's basically how it is too. Like
realizing people want to fucking hear that shit.
I let it out. Yeah, it's not Peachy Keen being a rapper. It's not Peachy Keen being a comedian. It's not like
stressful.
It's stressful and it's energy draining. Mm-hmm. At times, I'm literally, you know, I don't know what you call it in the comedy world. We call it writer's block. We get writer's block.
It's the same thing.
No, same thing. All right, well, yeah, we get writer's block where it's literally nothing coming out
because you've been so focused on it for so long. Like your brain is literally like, dude, like, can we stop? Like,
stop this shit. Go play the game or something. Go do something else. Get some pussy. Do something else other than this.
It's like 4 a.m. and I'm like, go for a walk, dude. Like, just go for a fucking walk. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my goodness. I literally gotta pull myself away. If I even feel myself, I'm like, these beats all sound the same. Fuck. Close the laptop. I'm done with this shit tonight. Like I hate coming to that point. That point is so irritating. But when it just flow, it's just flow. That's what I said. And for some reason, right now, this flow has been like a 5-6 month flow of just nonstop. And I'm like, this ain't going nowhere. I know this is not going nowhere. This is here to stay. This is literally going to keep going. This is not going to stop at all. And I feel it. That's why I keep saying, like, yeah, am I possessed by the music? Am I possessed by my lifestyle? What am I possessed by? Yeah. I'm just possessed right now. I'm just here with it.
Check out YouTube to find the fuck out.
Yes. Check it out. Possessed. Standout Music Official.
We're gonna do some other shit. For sure. But we're officially gonna close out the podcast.
Oh man, so
dude, stand out. No, we're gonna do more shit. I got more questions for you.
But hell yeah.
We're gonna record an ending, and then so the reason we edit the fuck out of this, but the reason I'm ending it short is because we're about to do some dabs and get at least 5 questions out of you. So that's why before we do all these dabs,
what's this round called?
It's I would say a speed round, but you're not doing anything quickly after this.
Speed round. So it's all right. You gotta come up with a name for this, and this gotta be. From here on out, you gotta come up with something for this. So your rebrand, you gotta come up with something crazy for this.
Oh yeah,
this is great.
We're gonna label it something. Dude, I've never had people do dabs on the drum before.
See, this is it.
Yeah,
this is it.
So you're the first. So here's what we're gonna do.
Yes, I'm number one in something.
You're the first.
Something.
First.
Yes, the first.
Be first, you're last.
Yeah. Let's go.
So fair warning, dude. I've had you're a grown man. Like you said, you smoke. Like, believe me, I don't gotta babysit you, and you said you don't gotta be babysat. So word.
No.
I've had people do dabs on the show before getting on, and zip, clam the fuck up. Stop talking. Just stop.
Oh no. Let's get
it's never been super bad. Like they're aware that they're like having a conversation.
Yeah.
But like they're not the person they were before the dabs when you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to everyone what the fuck we're going to do right now. And you're not idiots. Dabs. We're going to do some fucking dabs. I'm going to heat up some dabs for Standout. And he's going to ask he's going to be asked a question after every dab. What I have right now is from Cresco, PA. It is some Pineapple Express wax. Clocks in at 72% THC. To put that in perspective, really dope bud is like 23 to 30% THC. That's solid shit.
For sure.
So that's 72%. And little surprised because you didn't know that I was gonna add this razzle dazzle into it till you got here. But I have what's it from? Strand. Yeah, Strand. I have some diamonds, lemon OG, sativa. The shit. There's pictures. I took pictures before this because I'm professional and I was ready for it.
See,
We're gonna edit it right here.
Let's get it.
It literally looks like meth. We're not doing meth.
We're not
doing meth.
Hell no.
Not now. I don't want to speak for later because. But right now we're not going to do meth for you. We're going to do some crystals. But that clocks in at 99.7% THC. So, moral of the story is we're about to get high as shit. So
let's get it.
Let's get it. I'm going to load you up.
See, this is the first for me. So you'll see it first.
So have you done dabs before?
Hell to Nizzo. So we're going to learn today.
All right. So I'm not going to go crazy with it. So I might go bigger as we go, but we're going to do baby steps. I'll give you a nice little bit. All right. So you guys are probably going to judge me for this, and I don't give a fuck because fuck you. This is my show. What you usually do is you heat that glass up for about 30 seconds. You let it sit for like 15 to 20 to let it cool down, and then you put this in. It evaporates it. You hit it like you hit weed. There's a way you can do it where we're going to just scrape this in here. I'm going to let you see this because they can't see that from over there. All right, you see that on the wall there?
Mm-hmm.
Scrape that in. What I'm going to do is put the cap on it and heat it up. I only got to heat it up for like 10 seconds, and you're going to hit it like a bomb. Just regular shit. You don't have to fucking pull this out or anything. You're just going to hit it. They're going to talk shit because I didn't see that people did this until recently, but apparently, and I've tried this. This is tested. This isn't new. You put that in, you just heat it for like a couple seconds, and it's already hot enough to hit instead of having to wait the whole minute.
Oh, sure.
So, quick, painless, not a fucking problem. All right. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to heat it up, and I'm going to hand it to you.
All right.
You're just going to hold this here and hit it.
All right.
All right. So, get ready for some heavily edited dab rips. Let's go. All right. By the way, if you use a torch to do it, it's drugs. This is drugs.
Smoking drugs. Damn, and I got a dare shirt on.
Yeah.
Drug resistance.
There you go, bro.
All right.
Make sure it's tilted. Hit it normal. You can take breaks between. You don't got to clear it all. Tastes good going that way.
That's crazy. Still tastes like Pineapple Express.
It's fruity, bro. All right, so you did dab, you got acclimated. So everyone is who they like really are. There's a couple versions of people. Everyone wears different masks. And I've talked to a lot of artists, and they come off as someone else when they're in front of a camera, in front of a microphone. How much of that do you even think about? Like the aggressiveness, the ego that goes into like, this is who Standout is. Or, because there's no way that like the real you and the performance you are exactly the same person. You're talking about this like the same things. I guess my question is, where does Standout differ from Derek?
Okay, all right. Standout is oh shit.
There it is.
Let me know. Standout is the extrovert and Derek is the introvert. As Derek, I'm more so quiet, reserved. I'll eye the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm more so, I'm quieter than I listen more. Now with Standout, I don't give a shit. I'm out there. I'm confident more. I feel like I can be who Derek wants to be. Now, and I said this.
So he's your Tyler Durden.
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah. Like I said this in the song. Like I was thinking about how life should be, for the real person who I wanted to be. So basically, he was saying like, as Derek, I was thinking like, all right, life should be this way, but for Standout, like
Yeah.
it shouldn't be like that for me. It should be like that for Standout. Standout should be this guy doing this and performing and dressed in this way. Derek is relax. Derek is the father. Like that's the father. I'm brushing hair and taking kids to school. Shit, that's Derek now.
Right.
Standout.
Derek's
I'm
not always airing shit out.
Nah, fuck that. Derek is saying what he want to say. I mean, Derek is saying what he's what he's supposed to say.
Mm-hmm.
Standout saying what the fuck he want at the time. Like, oh, if I don't feel like it, I ain't doing that shit. I don't give a fuck about it. But Derek might be like, all right, give me a couple minutes. I got you. Like,
yeah.
So it's extrovert, introvert. That's where
as different as they are, they kind of look out for each other, though.
No, they do. Derek knows what Standout should do. And Standout is basically like the protector of Derek.
Yeah.
Like
the more Standout succeeds, the better Derek will feel about doing Derek shit.
Exactly.
Like Derek can do Derek shit and feel great without Standout being like, at meeting your expectations or exceeding them. Like,
hell yeah.
You can survive without that, but like Derek feels a lot better when Standout's doing good.
Like for sure. Because if Standout do good, like for example, if Standout becomes rich. Mm-hmm. That helps Derek.
That helps Derek a lot.
That helps Derek take care of his kids and and take care of his family and do things that he's supposed to be doing. But
also Standout's airing shit out that like Derek had on his chest
that he feel like he can't say
as Derek.
Yeah. I can't. I don't
imagine having all those conversations that you rap about with those people actually, like. Not that you haven't, but like.
Oh no, believe me, I done wrote some lyrics, and people have. Who you talk about in this, or what? Like, was it toward me, or like? Yeah, I've had that.
Shoes fit, bro. Shoes tend to fit.
And like I said, my music come from a familiar place, so.
Yeah.
If the shoe fits, like you said.
If you know me well enough to think that it's you I'm talking about, then.
I'm talking about you.
Might be.
For sure.
That's why I love jokes, bro. Because, like, at the end of the day, it's like, it's a fucking joke.
It's a joke.
But, like, hey, if it wasn't true, I wouldn't have fucking talked about it. I have nothing to talk about. I wish I didn't feel some kind of way about a lot of shit. I'd be a lot quieter of a person.
Bro, I like the fact that you do comedy. That's fucking lit to me.
Thank you, dude.
That's lit because I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of like stand-up comedy, like daily. If I'm not watching my usual YouTube dudes, turning on Chocolate Sundays on YouTube where they just comedians up and coming comedians just going laughing. That's background noise to me. Like I leave it on, and if I find okay, I hear the jokes. And me coming from we come from a different era. There's a lot of new comedians due to, social media helping.
Our generation has seen the rise of the comedian.
Exactly. Like, a lot of people can't say that they've watched Dave Chappelle's Killing Them Softly.
Or gave a fuck about it back in 2003 when it came out.
Nobody did. Like, today.
Comedy Central did.
Hell yeah.
Comedy Central gave a fuck a little bit.
Listen, because I could tell a joke like verbatim from that to somebody like a younger kid.
Yeah. And
they would die laughing and be like, you tell jokes? Nah, that's Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle? Yeah.
It's like, it's Dave Chappelle joke.
Yeah.
Almost 20 fucking years ago. Yo, if you say the crackhead jumped across the street, yeah.
Bro.
It's just classic shit.
At that time, I ain't feel like nobody was touching them, and then, other comedians came.
Back in the day, like, even if you were Eddie Murphy, like, as successful as you were and as many people that came out to, like, your shit, like, it is becoming more and more common for a comedian to sell out a fucking stadium. There's a lot of big venues, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of high attendance venues where comedians have gone, like, if you go like to New York or Chicago, like the amphitheaters and shit, where like
yeah. I know what you mean.
for performing arts, but like literally fucking Kevin Hart, The Link.
The Link sold it out. Yeah, because
there's 53 person football teams that don't sell out The Link when they come. One motherfucker showed up to The Link and every seat was packed,
sure.
And people on the field.
Yep, and wasn't it? It was a 2-day event, right?
Yeah.
See, and he sold out both nights.
Louis C.K. would sell at Madison Square Garden multiple nights in a row. That never happened before for a comedian, someone to tell fucking jokes.
Yeah. I think it's the time for comedians and musicians. Get your money.
Oh yeah, especially with things like Netflix now. Like, there's so many opportunities for people who are just like legitimately like funny.
Netflix is giving so much money away. That's another thing. That's the thing that's killing me.
Yeah.
I just recently heard of Netflix. Like when everybody heard of Netflix, and it's like, oh, they got money.
When it became common, yeah, it used to be fucking through the Netflix was through the mail. You knew that, right? When Netflix started, it was a through the mail movie service.
So it's like Blockbuster and all that. Oh shit.
Yes.
So they've been around that long?
Through the mail. Yeah. They're part of why shit like that went out of business. Redbox was a reason, but like, dude, Netflix was around. It's been around for a while, but it started out through the mail.
Oh, that's fire. Now they got so big that
now they're huge. But back then, that was a fucking mail service. Like video games used to be like $50, pick 4, and then send a couple back. Like,
what the fuck was that shit called?
GameFly.
Hell yeah.
Because we're old. I don't know if you guys are gonna see this part, but we're old, so we know things like that. So we have here some Pineapple Express dabs, and I put some diamonds in there. So
then we gonna die.
We're gonna go back and forth and clear this bitch, and then I got another question for you.
Bet. Let's get it.
The one after this is going to be significantly bigger. So like,
let's get it.
Let's go. All right.
Let's get it.
I'm gonna heat it up. I'm gonna hand it off, and we're gonna go from there.
He's gonna edit this part again. More edited dabs coming.
Yeah, more edited dabs coming your way.
Coming your way.
Here you go, bro.
All right, let's
just make sure it's tilted and hit that shit. You got it.
Oh shit.
Want some water, bro?
Bring it on.
This junk? Dude,
bring it
go.
on.
Go for it. Eye of the storm now.
He's a pro at this.
You won't see me cough either. I don't shit on people who cough. If you cough, it's a shit regular ass thing. People cough.
That's strong. That's some gas. Gas. No electric.
There it is. Woo. It's butane, so technically it's gas.
Listen.
Listen. You want that water now? We'll edit it out. Just take some water. Told you. I didn't lie to you. I was upfront about it. Heavily edited dabs. What? Am I gonna lie to you?
Keep it.
Keep it. Oh, this stays.
Keep it.
I just hope people know that, like, Joe smokes weed in his basement. Listen, motherfucker, like, some of this shit is serious. Some of this is top notch.
Shit.
Woo. Yeah, dude, that was 15 seconds, and, like, that was a whole blunt.
For sure. All I know is, if Wiz do this shit on a normal, what kind of lungs do he have?
You gotta respect dab smoking stoners.
Listen, I respect. Listen. I didn't disrespect them before, but I never will after today.
Yeah. Oh, then all right. So ready?
Yeah.
So music's your thing. A lot of people, they find what they really like and what they're really good at. They stick to that. Some people are lucky. They're good at multiple things, and they're, gifted at, like, it's great that they're able to do all of them. Yeah. So music's your thing. I prefer the performance side of it. What if the roles were flipped? What if now you're standout, but you're a physical performer?
Now,
Like movies, short movies, videos, jokes.
I've been thinking about getting in front of the camera, and we're not talking about like doing music videos, but I've been thinking about it though. I was told I had a movie star chin. I don't know what the fuck that means, but but I was all for it. I said, all right, I'll give this a shot. But I sent a couple headshots and little portraits, so we'll see what goes from there. But I said I would want to be like a TV series.
Yeah.
Like something that's ongoing. Cause not to say that movie money ain't big.
But we're talking about what you'd want to do.
Yeah, I would want to do like a TV series. Something that's ongoing. Something that, a couple seasons, maybe 3-4 seasons, get some money every episode. Residual income later on in life if they come reruns on other networks. I've thought about it. I've definitely thought about it. I feel like I'll do good in front of the camera. If you think so,
yeah, put it in the comments because like I'm a shit actor. Everyone tells me all the time. I'm probably the worst. But it drives. My mom says I'm handsome, so like I keep looking for cameras. I don't know.
Nah, you might as well. Might as well do it. Mom say you're handsome. Do it.
Why would she lie to me, right? But like, you could actually see yourself in the hustle of like, no, dude, like I want to like get into character. I want to be someone who isn't me. I want to like actually like, because there's an appreciation like with music. Like if you don't appreciate music, you can't like do that kind of deep shit. But if you appreciate acting, like you can kind of be someone else for a bit.
I feel like I could do a good job of being shot.
Shot?
For some reason, I feel like I would be shot. Because I done seen a lot of people acting. I'm like, oh, man, don't even look like he got shot. He don't even like he hurt. Like, nah, I could have did that. I could have did that simple role. Like, it's little simple roles that people be having. I'm like, I could have did that. Like, I could have did all that shit.
I would have died 10 times better than
10 times better than that. He didn't even fall the right way. He got shot in the back. How he fall backwards? Nah. See, like, I think I could do it. I would want to get in the character and be somebody other than me. I would love to play somebody in, somebody's biopic. I would love that. Like, just to be a part of somebody else's history. That's good. I feel like that's.
Dude, biopics must be fucking intense because, I'm in a small movie, like really small. Might be on Amazon, maybe
still
whatever.
Good to me.
But it's a feature-length movie, so it's like, up to an hour. But like, it's a role where like, you kind of like get to be, but it's such a short time.
Right.
But you're talking about like, you're gonna get a TV series where you're gonna be known as like someone else.
Yeah, hell yeah. I would love that.
Yeah.
I would love that. Even
like your real name, no one like. There's people like that where like, I forget their real name, but like that fucking show, man. Like
a lot of people do that with 50 Cent now. A lot of people call him Kanan. Just
really?
Yes. A lot of people just be like Kanan. No, that's 50 Cent.
Like, I can't imagine that, dude. It's always been 50
we
Cent
know it's
to me.
50 Cent, but I'm sure a lot of people just call him Kanan. Like if they like, he, that's him now. You've been Kanan for so long. Like we know you as 50 Cent. At this point, 50 Cent is your real name. It's not even Curtis Jackson at this point. Like, you are known as Kanan now.
Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. Like, it's like Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Like, you got to put that in because everyone knows you as that.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be weird not to associate you with that. So, before we go into the next dab, I want to, like, get you, like, another, like, similar, like acting type question. If there's, like, a movie, any role that if they were to remake it, you'd want that role, you'd want to be that person. Movie role. We're not going to do show, but movie.
Hold on, let me think.
Yeah, go ahead, dude. Again, heavily edited.
Honestly, no.
We're not going to.
Honestly, I would say I would want to be Kane from Menace to Society.
Okay.
I feel like he went through everything possible you could go through for, not to bring race into it, but to say, a black male at that time, he went straight out of high school and, college wasn't what you thinking about. The streets was right there. Mm-hmm. Your friends is in the streets. Y'all doing things. You getting like I felt like he went through everything that I went through around that time. When I left out of high school, yeah, I got arrested literally a year later.
Yeah.
Graduated 2009, ended 2010. I was sitting behind bars. So, and then the little things he was doing, joyriding, selling drugs, having sex with girls here and there, like that's what I was doing. So if that was, that would be a role I would take. Like,
so you feel like you could relate to that role enough to
where that wouldn't
you would
even
kill that performance.
Like to this day, I love that man who played that role. I don't know his real name and I don't want to mess it up, but
I'll put it down here later.
I just feel like some things that he said in the movie, I felt like it was just like, bad acting, and I felt like I could have capitalized on that. On that scene right there, I'd have been like, let's go. I wouldn't have been saying, let's do this. Like, I wouldn't have said that. Like certain little things, like, I feel like I could have capitalized better.
That's just the artist in you, bro.
That's
Some people
just
watch
me.
movies, they don't even think that way. They're just like, oh, that was very nice.
Nope.
I understand what they said.
Me, I'd be like, I could have did that. I could have been in those shoes. I could have done that. No disrespect to him, because that's
sure, yeah.
Literally the first favorite movie on my list, and it's specifically because of his character. Like he didn't, maybe that during that time that was the top acting of that scenario in those circumstances. So I
a respected performance.
Yes, for sure. But if it's things that, me being something like a lover of that movie and like you said, an artist of myself, hell yeah, I could have did that movie. What? Give me them roles. Have him be Standout, and I'd have been him in that movie.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'd have took that. Because I'd have got more roles after that. Because I'd have took that to the 10.
You're like serious about like looking into doing that shit though?
Yes, for sure. Like I feel like every artist from any craft that has to do with entertainment should be looking forward to being behind the big screen or the small screen at one point in time, because I feel like that builds just residuals.
Just how it is today too. Like you got to give them imagery to like lock onto. Like
you gotta be seen.
If they know your name but not what you look like. There's cases like MF Doom, like he wears the mask, you don't know what the motherfucker looks like, but you know that mask, you know the imagery.
You know the mask, for sure. I didn't even know he had like other names. Like he had other names other than MF Doom. I did not know.
But that mask, like
but the mask is synonymous with him. It's like the glove with Michael Jackson. It's synonymous.
Yeah, imagery, bro.
Yeah, like once you get to that point, I want to get to that point where it's something that just solidifies me, where you could be like, this him, like the owl for Drake. Like whenever you see the owl, you're like, that's Drake. No matter what it is, even if it's not him, he has something to do with that owl. You see, well now with the Rock Nation hands, if you saw that, you know what that is.
You know what they're talking about.
Like I would love to get to that point where they're like, yeah, this represents Standout. So soon I might have to just, do something.
Commit to like one image. It doesn't have to be fucking everything you do with that image, but like that image will.
I have a tag.
Though. Or start getting in front of fucking cameras, so they see you.
Nah, but yeah, that's where I'm going to now. Like more music videos. I have to be in front of this camera. I have to be seen. I'm just heard. I have to be seen.
Oh, we're definitely gonna talk more about that then, because like, this is episode 30. It's 30th episode I've done, so I've met 30 people who are like doing shit. So like I like to do shit. I like to stay busy. Yeah. So I know you do too. We'll figure something out after this. I want to show the people the dab we're about to do, because I can comprehend what this is. This is intimidating to a smoker. Like if you smoke dabs, this is still like a lot. This is a lot. I'm not gonna try to articulate it any more than that. I'm gonna get it up to the camera too, so people are like, "Well, you didn't fucking fuck you." This is what it is. It's a lot.
It's going down.
It's a lot. All right.
My mom ain't raised no bitch, and I said I was down for the cost.
Yeah.
So for my man, I told him I was gonna do it.
Once you say it, once you speak it into existence,
what?
You gotta do it. Now I like to do this, because like I'm not specifically talented at many things. I'm good at some stuff, but like my tolerance with weed is just I smoke every day.
Right.
Like
So do I.
But like this shit and like pens and stuff. So like I don't cough. Like I don't become incoherent at any point. My eyes don't get fucked up. But 2 beers deep, this man here is borderline drunk. I cannot drink worth fuck. Yo, there's an artist Linnell who came on the show and he brought over a fucking bottle of liquor. And I was like, well, I think it was Hennessy too.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He brought it over and I was like, all right, well I gotta drink with this dude on air. For 2 hours I sat there and we were drinking out of that fucking bottle. And by the end of it, dude, like I was like, I know I'm fucking drunk. I like to do this though. To people.
I'm with it.
Not just like to do it, but like I like to see people get fucked up.
I'm with it.
So
I'm fried for sure. For sure.
Like I would. Yeah, this is like I said. I'm not gonna articulate it. It's much. It is much. All right. Well, before we do the dab and we get fucked up and forget, let's just comment on LeBron James. You guys have seen him in my Instagram story.
I fucks with it.
But they snuck in. There's like Lakers stuff and 23 LeBron James, and it's great. They snuck in a number 24 for Kobe.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
Rest in fucking peace, Kobe.
The fucking legend.
Dude, we were talking about this before. Like, I try to get up and go to the gym before 5 a.m. every day. Cause like
I'm sneaking the picture.
Oh, dude, go for this shit. We're here.
Is that a timer?
Yeah. We in there.
Yeah, that's going on the stories for sure.
I'm gonna take so many screenshots of all this shit.
I am bodied. I did not know my eyes was that low. Jesus. Body. Oh.
Hey, dude, we hit the time mark, too. We're at an hour.
Hell like yeah, let's get it.
And we're on to the last dab.
Let's get it.
All right. Let's fucking go.
Let's fit all the marbles. And one more question.
It's a 2-part question, too. And it's the one I'm most intrigued for.
Ooh, shit.
It got real quiet.
Because we died.
Fucking trooper, bro. Trooper.
We doing it.
Last John? You got it.
Give me 1 second.
You got it. Whew. Want some water?
Oh.
You're like, no. We're all liars down here. It's fine.
Your fans won't let us.
Dude, I'm glad that you're able to do it for them. A lot of people come over here like, yeah, I'll do a dab. And then like after the show, they're like, I'll do a single dab. And it's always fun. It's always fun to like smoke weed with
fucking
people.
Sweating.
Yeah.
Make sure you get all this.
Oh, dude, camera's rolling.
Edit all this shit.
Yeah.
Because this shit is hilarious.
Want to clear it? Beautiful. That's a lot.
And I'm still going to spark.
You good? You want to drink before we start talking? You need a second?
Yeah, pass the water.
Yeah.
Pass the water. Pass the agua.
Always have it handy, bro.
Bet.
8 cups a day, everyone. 8 cups a day.
So you won't cough like me.
Let's get it. You good?
Let's get it. I'm fried. Woo!
What's the project that you're most disappointed in?
I really gotta think.
In terms of like you personally performing, like you could have done better.
Call it what you want. That project, I felt like it was subpar. It was average. It wasn't like it wasn't polished, and it was like I was going through a transition in life. I literally was coming from living in a halfway house to like living back in society. So it wasn't like always focused on. It was literally, oh, I'm rapping just to rap again.
Mm.
Let's just put it out. Whatever I'm recording, let's just put it out. Let's put it out. Let's push it out. And then I released. Excuse me.
Good.
I released, Thanks for Nothing after that, and that was like mediocre too. But I'm like, it's not worse. Is Call It What You Want. Call It What You Want was literally shitty because it wasn't thought of. It wasn't like a project I really wanted to curate.
You just wanted to get something out.
Right. I just wanted to put something else out there, just to do it so that my supporters wouldn't disappear on me. So
Or so you thought, like you're trying to keep people paying attention.
And it was a bad idea, cause like I said, cause I followed that up with another bad tape. Yeah, the plays, it might seem good from the plays, but it was terrible. Like the content was terrible. It didn't have no real theme. It was no real basis around Call It What You Want. Now, Thanks for Nothing was released on Thanksgiving, so it was like it kind of was like something like y'all having thanks, thanks for nothing. Like, and the cover was literally a picture frame with nothing in it. Like literally, thanks for nothing. Like it was like I had an idea, but I didn't capitalize on that idea. So that I felt like that was a bad take. But Call It What You Want, dookie. Like I feel like that's my worst project. Now my best project.
That's what I was going to ask next. Is what is the project you're still trying to surpass in terms of just the entire project coming together, you being happy with it, the way it was received? Like you say, people hit you up with shit that they've heard. Like
my baby, the gray matter. I've been trying to chase that since 2015, and I felt like nothing had surpassed that. Cause literally, till this day, people on my Deontay Wilder till this day, people come up to me and talk about almost every song on that project. Like it's from the intro down to the last song, and if you got my mixtape version is an extra song on there. Like it's a song that didn't make it to platforms because it was a freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
It was over Kanye West and I think Consequence, if I'm not mistaken. But it was over one of their beats. But I wrote, the song while I was in prison in 2012. So it just was something that, I just was like, all right, I'm gonna give this still to them, but I can't give it to them on digital platforms because it's not mine. But from, like I said, the intro, I come in raw, it's authentic. Next song, it's raw, authentic. Third song, Face, Posse Cut. I still got people that talked about that song. It's history in that song. The person who created that happens to be a drummer or a percussionist for Wiz Khalifa, and we actually recorded it at his home in his studio. So like it's a little bit of things, surrounding that. Also, it's like
that to you make it like
it's nothing that will recreate them.
If you could work on another Gray Matter, like knowing it would be what it is, like it would be as fun creating as it was.
If it was still that way, because literally that was another project that was, I had somebody invested in. Somebody was invested.
Team, bro. Yeah.
I had like my best projects are literally the projects that I'm not working on by myself. Only one project that, like, if I could name my top three, it would be number one would be The Gray Matter, two would be The Devil Was the Angel Once, and three would be Hot Headed, my EP. All that was me. Everything on there was me. Recording it, cover art, the videos I shot, all that was me. But that was me, like how you said you rebranding.
Mm-hmm.
That was me rebranding at Standout. I'm somebody new. Before Standout, I was Deke Smith for hella long. So
I remember Deke Duckets for a bit.
now that'll tell you how long you've been a fan. Like if you know me, I done went through name changes, and Deke Duckets was really a name. That was a name my uncle gave me, and when I came home from prison, you know, he tried to give me another name, but that name didn't stick. What was the name?
Yeah, that was a long ass time ago.
Lenny Papers. That was the name. Lenny Papers. That was the name. And I was like, my name is Derek.
Yeah.
Lenny, Derek, there's no correlation with that. But then, but the rebrand.
Standout stands out. You can go and, like, if I go on my Instagram story, anybody goes on their Instagram story. You go on your Instagram story. Go for music, type in Standout. It's him. Everything.
That's the good thing. But I will not disrespect the other Standout. I will not disrespect him. He is another Standout. And you know what's the funny part? I get his listeners, which is so crazy. I get his listeners. He literally, I think he's German. I think he's from Germany. And because I heard his music, like every time he posts his new songs, it just comes up on my, I'm not saying, hold up. Let me just listen to him one day. Because I try so hard by, going through Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, to separate the two. So I said, I'm going to just listen. So as soon as I played it, I said, oh, he's foreign. I said, okay, cool. I said, okay, now I see why I got German listeners. I said, now
You're like,
I see.
I got listeners in Germany. You're like, they weren't looking.
I swear to God, I went on Twitter. I was like, yo, thanks to all the fans in Germany. And then, boy, John popped up. I'm like, oh, he's from Germany. I said, okay, that explains my German listeners. That explains why I got foreign listeners right now. Because there's another guy named Standout from Germany that raps as well, but I'm not taking that. I will not disrespect him in his craft because we have the same name. And I'm pulling for you wherever you at. Don't think I'll disrespecting you by trying to get you away from my music. I just gotta, I have a core fan base that I'm working on, and I don't want them to mix up the two.
And now it's in Germany. I don't know.
Listen, reach out. If you want to do a song, let's do a song. You know what I mean? Let's do a song. Let's call it Standout from the Crowd.
So you're either gonna get a song with this dude or another cease and assist letter, and that's what I wanted to talk to wrap this all up. Is that you've had to both cease and assist.
4.
Desist.
I've had 4 cease and desist. And we not saying these is regular people either. Like I'm thinking that I'm just being me. I'm thinking I'm
just a guy.
Nah. No. Universal Pictures. Yeah, they did not want Michael Myers on my cover. Ride Wave did not want my song Ride My Wave, which was originally called Ride Wave. It wasn't called Ride My Wave. It was called...
Oh, so you even changed it a bit just because...
Because he didn't want his name to be associated with my brand and his... I had to take that away. I had 2 songs that I recorded for... I didn't record for him. I found his beats on YouTube, and I recorded over him. Simply like that. Nicholas Craven, he's an industry producer right now for Ransom, a couple of the Griselda boys. Like he's producing beats for a lot of people that's on right now. So I recorded 2 songs, went to go put out The Devil Was an Angel Once. I got to deceased 2 because I rapped the 2 of his beats, and he said like, yeah, he needed his monetary value. He needed his monetary value, or
he need to get paid.
Yeah, or pull those songs down, or it would be what'd you say?
Litigated.
Yeah. And I didn't want none of that. I said, yeah, let me I'll take them down, sir.
No problem, sir. Yeah.
No problems. No problem with me. And I still want to work with you in the future. That's why I just really did it.
I hope this does not sully the chances of a future working relationship with you.
But that is the reason why I took him down, and from every one of them, because I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to tarnish my chances with these brands and these companies, because later on they could be like, hold up, that's the dude that kept up the Michael Myers mixtape cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know about you. Yeah, we don't want you in no Universal movies at all. Like, kill me. And I'm a Michael Myers fanatic, so they would kill me. So I try not to, to fuck my relationships up at all. It's a lot of celebrities in my DM that I've overlooked. Like, so, and I don't want to feel like I'm just ignoring you, but I know what's going on. Like, I understand.
I get it. I
understand what's going on. I'm not just ignoring you just to ignore you. It's for a reason.
But it's not like you went out of your way to like literally you didn't rip off or copy anyone. Like it was parts of imagery and like a name.
In a sound.
And you weren't even trying to
Yeah, the beat.
Which like people sample all the time.
Hell yeah. And a lot of those beats were heavily sampled.
Yeah.
Heavily.
Well, you even took that shit down. You're like, word, like I get what you're saying. Like I'm not willing to pay you, so I'll take it down.
Man, the crazy part is I'm still ready to pay him. Even though, I'm far along away from, I feel like I'm more.
Something at the time of this happening, yeah.
I was still ready to pay him. It just was like, okay, this cease and desist was like, let me just dial it back. I'm gonna just dial it back. I'm gonna just take them down, buddy.
Problem.
I don't want no problems. A little tension right now.
No harm, no foul.
I'm gonna holler at you later because I still want to work with you later on. So, no, I'm not gonna tarnish my relationships with nobody. But for a cease and desist.
So with Possessed, there's no
there's
no legal issues coming up with Possessed.
But this is why Possessed is only in 2 places rather than a bunch of places. It's only on my mixtapes and it's only on YouTube. Only because of all the stuff was free. Everything on that was free. It was literally me being, like I said, in the zone when they give my supporters and my fans something else, like something new. Like, all right, you used to me rapping one way, but when you hear this, you'll understand. Like, oh yeah, he's well like focused. Like this is the standout we've been wanting to hear. Like, how some people still might call me Deke. Some people might still know me as Derek from school, but this what they would say. Like, yeah, this is what we want to see. Longer songs, you rapping more. Hearing about more of your situations. Like, okay, we heard about the situations. Now, how did they make you feel now?
You're going in depth, with this one.
Hell yeah,
dude. Check out fucking Possessed. You know where to find them now.
Yep, YouTube, my mixtapes, Standout, Possessed. And also while it's still out, go check on Joe's favorite album right now by me is "The Devil Was an Angel Once." You know what I mean? Real album.
Every day. That's on my Instagram every fucking day.
I literally, I had fun. I had fun recording that. That entire process was fun because I was in the studio again. I was in Taliban Global Studios recording. Lil Uzi Diamond Plaque for his song "You Were Right" was in the studio, and that gave me like motivation every time I was in there. I'm like, I'm chasing the plaque. I'm chasing the platinum plaque, but. It was fun. I had my homies in there throughout the whole process. It was, like I said, I had an investor. Shout out to my man Kenny Burr. Shout out to Distress Denim. These are the people that's behind me. Shout out Gray, of course. 1231. Get rich every year. That's what the Gray mean. Roundtable Entertainment. These are all the people that follow, back me and, push me to where I'm at today.
People that matter, yeah.
Yeah, they are, management teams and people that I got in position, now to, help Standout become bigger than what Standout is. Standout is everything you want in your favorite artist. Literally, I have everything.
A lot of people look to be like, and I think the biggest compliment about like any like art is like, that's your rapper's favorite rapper.
Yeah.
Like.
And the crazy
that's
part
what
is
people strive for, and I feel like that's where
the rapper your favorite rapper scared of. That's how I look at it now because the people I'm not, and I said this to my friend 40. aka 4Zip. He probably seen a frequent collaborator. So like my brother is from Baltimore. He told me like literally, like you'll hear it on Possession, the first song. He's on the end saying like I know I'm great, and we just gotta put it in their face. I'm chasing legends. I'm not chasing what these other dudes is chasing. Like I'm not okay. I'm chasing legacies and things that that's untouchable right now.
You want to look back on it and be like, all I was busy.
No, I'm chasing the greats.
Like, so legacy is a big deal to you.
Literally, my legacy, because it's what I gotta leave here. Like when I leave this earth, was like, what did you leave here? What did you do? Did you leave every stone unturned? Like did you do everything you need to do here to create that legacy for you? So when you leave off this earth, people will know like, oh, you talking about the greats? Oh yeah, you might know Drake, you might know Kendrick Lamar, but do you know who Standout was? He wasn't. he stood out. Like, but that's the reason why I went with that name. I said, yo, I gotta get something that's gonna stand out.
Boom.
I said, damn. I said, stand out. But that's what
you're like, huh, and then went along with your day.
But that created my mixtape, my little EP, The Sore Thumb. It was like stick out like a sore thumb, like stick out like yeah. But I'm like, no, if I stand out like a sore thumb. Why? Because you'll hear everything else, but then when you hear me, you'll say like, oh, who is this?
Right.
Like I said, I love that when people initially hear me, they ask, who is this? Instead of saying like, oh, this is garbage.
If they give a fuck, they can be like, oh, this is cool. Like that's like a generic response, which is cool. Like no one's obligated to give a detailed response to like
fire. No,
everything they hear.
That.
Right. But like if someone asks like, who is this? Like, all right, it's a general
I say inquiry. Like, all right, you
inquisition.
You intrigued by what you heard, so now you want more detail. Who is this? Then now that depends on what name come after that. If you say like, oh, Standout, somebody be like, oh, okay, who he? Gotcha. Now I'm gonna reel you in. Exactly. Gotcha, bitch. Now I'm gonna reel you all the way in now. Cause that's like I die for this shit. Like Drake said that on his No Friends in the Industry. Like I'm really down to die behind the verses in my notes, and I'm literally I live by that. I stand
behind what you do. There's a comedian, Steve Rinaldi. Like I share, he's doing a South Philly like journey, like going to like old spots on his podcast. Now he was a comedian.
Hell yeah.
When I started, my first like paid gig, he was like the headliner. I was just someone to set him up. But he came over to me. He was like, "Yo, you all right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do you like believe in your jokes? Like, fuck like the performance. Like, do you like your jokes? Like, do you think the punchlines are dope?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude! Like, I wouldn't be here if I didn't think like at least the punchlines were funny or like the concepts or whatever." He's like, "Word, cool. You'll be fine." Like, if you like trust what you're doing, like,
it's no way you won't succeed eventually. Like we said that like. Your time will come soon, as long as you got faith in what you're doing, and it's genuine. Because I live by this. You can only fake the funk so much, before you expose yourself. Like, if your heart not all the way in it, you'll eventually expose that you're not really into this. Why? You'll fall off.
My boy James the Flame, the T-Man, fucking... We were in the fucking car and he like said something. I was like, I gotta write this down because it applies to so many things. And I think it applies to this. He said, I've been around the block too many times to beat around the bush. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna fake it. Like, fuck faking it. Like, I'm not worried about not going 100% into shit. Like, no, dude. Like,
I like that.
If I'm about it, I'm about it.
I'm gonna use that.
And if I like doing it, if I believe in it, I'm just gonna not fake that. I'm just gonna do it. It comes with age, though. You get mature. You're like, I've been around the block too many times to be around the bush, bro. Like, I like doing this. I think I'm good at it. We're going to keep going. Trust your shit.
I've been around the block
too many times.
Too many times to beat around the bush. I like that. I'm using that. Put that in the rap.
That's what I mean, dude.
Shout out to him.
Dude, James the Flame. He's full of fucking wisdom. Yo.
Shout out to him.
Before we get out of here, is there anything you want to say before we wrap this up, dude? Because we've had I said 40 minutes, and we're like, yo, appreciate you coming by. We've had a really good fucking time.
Like, bro,
like an hour and a fucking half.
This was months and months in the works.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy to come through, be a part of the new and improved Godcast. Go stream Possession. Possessed right now. Mm-hmm. Get possessed by this tape right now. You know what I mean? On YouTube, Standout Music Official. And make sure you subscribe, man. Leave a like, a comment. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm frequently on all my social media, so it's not a problem. You know, I'm very friendly. I'm not one of them dudes. Like, I'm not one of them guys. Like, I'm not one of them. Like, I'm human.
Let them know what's good. Let them know you appreciate it.
I'm literally human. Like, I talk, like I said, I'm down to earth. Like, I literally, my feet on the land. Like I walk. I'm not above nobody. Like, no matter how good I am. Excuse me, but yeah, go stream that Possess mixtape right now. YouTube, Standout Music Official.
You know how we say goodbye around here?
How you said?
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Bro, that's a good John.
Yeah, appreciate it. Definitely a good John.
You know who does the intro to my show?
Who?
Sean Slattery. He does the intro.
Shout out to Sean Slattery, another PET alumni.
Thanks, Sean. He was on episode 4.
You. See now? Listen. Shout out to Sean Slattery. Shout out to my man Ian White. They both been through hitting. Now I'm another PET alumni.
Godcast alumni.
Yeah, listen. Godcast alumni now that they've been up here. You know, that we all been to the same school. All different talents. You know, we all, you know, doing things to get up out of this, you know, this little situations we all in this here Philadelphia area. Yeah. Like, not saying, you know, don't come here, but don't come here.
I'm not saying it, but
I'm not saying it, but I'm saying it. Nah, but seriously though, I like what you. I like what you're doing here. I've always been a supporter since day one.
Yeah, you have.
You know, I love.
We've always had a dialogue.
For sure. I love all this, man. I'm real appreciative of just being able to have my own little episode come through. I feel special.
If I have a platform, fuck it, dude. If I fuck with someone, I'm bringing them the fuck on.
Yeah. And we're gonna have to get Joe the Show on a mixtape. That's something we're gonna put him on a skit.
Let's go. I gotta learn how to music. However,
we're gonna get him for sure. I'm in here.